Sacrifice.
Yeah. Good day, everyone, and you're most welcome to Sexual Craft Channel. Yes, it's been long that we had this live stream. One for say Happy New Year, gang, to everyone on Sexual Craft Channel. Yes, we want to say thank you for always being there, standing by the Central Craft family. We want to say we really appreciate you all. And today you can see we have Mr. Central here.
Anyway, I'll let you guys do your fashion thing because today's discussion is something that you should not, as a craft man or as a craft person, you should not enter into year 2024 without sitting down to change your ways. That's what I'll just say.
Okay, so you're most welcome to this section today. And if you're joining, just tell us where you're joining us from. Or if you're seeing this after now, because we don't intend to stay long on this live stream section, just tell us or you ask a question. So we're talking about card rates for designers and photographers in 2024. And what necessitated this? We've seen that most Nigerian or African designers or photographer or craftsmen generally, we don't really value ourselves. We don't value our time. We don't place the necessary value on our time. And that's why we are rated anyhow. Your card rate is just what you charge per hour, what you what per hour, what you're being paid per hour, your hourly rating. And you see that in most developed countries, whatever craft you have, even if you're a plumber, you're really paid well. You're a carpenter, you are a designer, you are a photographer, whatever craft you're into, whatever you can do with your hands, it's really valuable anywhere outside Africa. But when you come to Africa and somewhere like Nigeria, one like of people, they like what is so free. So they'll bring a dress to you. They want you to be bespoke in that dress. They just feel everything is maybe just ready to wear. It comes. I can just have it like that. No, ready to wear is totally different. Was still going to say something about that. But when you're bespoke, you're making made to measure. You're doing something to a particular client, your hourly rate should be something that is worth your effort, that is what your value. But what value do you place on yourself? That is it to start with. Some persons, they will just turn you to Obioma. They'll say, please help me to change this zip. I go give you 15 naira. I'm so sorry for speaking this way. I know most persons on this Central Craft channel, they are Africans. They speak pidgin English. So they're going to say, I'm going to give you 200 naira. It will change zip. Is it not 200 naira? No. The hourly rates of tailors anywhere, maybe you just go online, say hourly rate for designers. You see, it's anything from even beginners. We have beginners hourly rates, intermediate and experienced, and the experienced fashion designers. What you charge all depends on it's a joint seller commodity. What can you do? If you are an experienced tailor, you charge higher because you can achieve more. You have more expertise in choosing aspect of fashion, and you can really achieve whatever you want to achieve within a short time. So intermediate is lower, then the beginners is just the floor. And anything, you just go online, you search for fashion designers hourly rate. You see, it's nothing lower than $20 for even beginners. So you see, you can charge $20 for just an hour. You see the intermediate, they charge around $48, and you see professionals charge around $80 or thereabout. And but that is not so here. So if somebody brings a job to you and says, I want you to help me fix this dress, and it's going to take 1 hour of your time. The least you can charge that person is $20. And $20 in today's Nigerian currency, it's almost 25,000 naira.
Let me come in here. All these calculations, big mentioning of money that you have been calling in dollars, and we know the exchange rate in Nigeria, the giant of Africa, Latinwa. The most interesting thing is that before you can be successful in craftsmanship or any walk of life, you need to pause and ask yourself certain questions. What's the worth of your life? What's the worth of your time? What's the value you are bringing to the table? And this engagement that you are calling job, passion, business, is it going to be able to take care of your family, or you'll be on the streets? If you had a lot of artisans, a lot of craftsmen in Africa, if you were outside the continent of Africa, especially some of those countries that all of you want to jackpot to, I tell you, if you go with the mentality you have presently in the
Okay.
previous years, you'll be sleeping in the snow. I know the meaning of snow, fridge also. You're going to be sleeping inside the freezer because they will carefully throw all your belongings out. Why? Because you need to ask yourself this question. My passion, either fashion or photography, is it going to be able to take care of my family needs? And some of you are like, oh, it's not easy. You're just talking about this. It's not easy to change my price. That's the price that they have been patronizing me on. And by the time I say I want to now change, I will lose customers. Let me tell you, Rome was not built in a day. It's better you reduce the number of wala lason customers.
And again, before you can charge, I think what is the main cause of the way tailors, especially, that's what we're considering today because of this channel. The fashion designers, especially, those, when we're talking about fashion designers, you and myself, we know that what we are referring to in Africa is tailors, those that sew. They are bespoke, they are doing everything, ready to wear and everything, and they just feel they are designers. So no, that's not the real thing in the real sense. That's not designing. So we're just saying it the name man language. Tailors, what they charge. Why do they charge that way? Because they don't value themselves and they don't do add-ons. They don't add values. They don't improve on their skill sets. And what they give, it's what they've been given last year. Like
Hold it there. I've seen tailors in Africa, specifically in Nigeria, that are so good. Forget about it. That are so good, but it's like there is a knot in their head that we need to rescrew, and that's why this video is coming. The first video we are having on this channel.
live stream.
We want to screw something in the lives of such tailors, such designers, such fashion homes. What is that screw? The screw of knowledge is missing, because you need to sit down. If you continue the way you have been charging previously, you will pack up. You will pack up in frustration, or frustration will pack you out in sickness, because a lot of tailors are taking jobs that they can never finish. Why? Because they are collecting peanuts. So they continue to collect $1, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. When they pay them 5,000, 7,000, they shout, hey, they made it. Whereas they have never sat down to count the cost. How many hours are you spending to cut that cloth? Some of you are even going to the market to go and buy fabrics for your customers. Those periods you are spending transporting yourself through and through the market to get materials for this stuff, for those customers of yours. If there is accident, God forbid, is what all Africans will say. But accident is something that you are not prepared for. A lot of people have been forbidding it, but it still happens to some persons. If it happens, the 2,000 naira gain from that stress, will it be able to fund your hospital bill? Will that customer pay for the medical bill of yours in the line of action? So now you look at, what is the value of your life? What is the value of your time? What is the value of your skill? I'm participating in this because it also relates to photography. I'm a photographer, and I continue to see a lot. And last year ended in a very funny with a very funny experience. where a particular
Clients.
customer, a particular client that have been so much admiring, have so much, that's why sometimes you need to cut it. You need to learn from this. You need to put a clear demarcation between love
Work,
for people and
your
your
profession.
profession. You understand? You might, if care is not taken, you might find yourself in a quagmire of oripepe demoy, where it will end up in insult, because the love I have for the family and the like. So most of the time I do not even bring
Is
in
a
my,
returning
yeah,
client.
it's a returning client. So most of the time I do not even give them
My
my
current card
current
rate.
card rate, and I go extra mile to do some things that are not even in the modus operandi of my business. But I discovered that the cost of living is going up. What the funniest one is that there is no separate market between your customer and you. There is no separate market between where you people are going to buy the same groceries, whether you like it or not, whether you are a fashion designer, or they are bankers, or they are multi-millionaire, is the same market that both of you will buy from. So when the whole economy is already in shambles, we all know that 40,000 of last year, what's last year, I'm talking of 500,000 of 3 years ago, is not up to 100,000 of
Yes,
now.
yes, the equivalence
You understand?
in
So
Nigeria.
when I try to, like, okay, put the notice there that price have changed and this, I received the greatest insult. So I said, oh, thank you. You just woken me up that I should never, I should never do that. Why? I made sure that any client I have now, you go through my card
Card rate
rate.
first.
My card rate will show you my
Everything,
price,
everything,
the number
everything.
of copies you should be expecting, the whatever, everything that I have
Yes, the
to all
models
my
operandi.
deliverables
Yes,
will be there.
yes,
And also is also a contract
yes.
that stipulates the do's and don'ts. So don't think that if we agree for 10 copies of pictures, I'm going to give you 100 copies of pictures.
10
Is not
images.
is not possible. You understand? When I mean copies, I'm not talking of physical copies. I'm talking of images, electronic images of pictures. That's what is in the market now. Now, unless you want to go and use a roadside, and the roadside, they will also come to a point in time that they will know that something has happened. So with that being said, I just want to hold on so that your fashion group can continue while I see to the light. Okay.
Okay, okay, that's just it. So I think while we're having this is just to educate ourselves, to have a talk out that we need to put structures in place, yes, for designers, because I see lots of designers doing lots of things now, lots of tailors, and they are actually the ones spoiling the market for others. But the fact is, those that know their onion, they are really cashing out in this world of fashion. So you have to have your card rate. If you're not into ready to wear, if you're bespoking, then bespoke is not a child's play. It's not just what they will tell you to obioma cut, as in adjustment tailor, come and be adjusting this for me. Any adjustment, anything, it is just per hour. If I'm going to spend 1 hour on this, it's $20, and you can't just jump to that. You have to put structures in place. Do you How is your quality control? Do you pay attention to details? Is there detailing, as in what you do at your fashion place, at your workplace, or whatever you're doing? So that is just the things you have to consider when you want to do this. And I think the best thing and the best time you have to do it is this start of the year. There are some clients that don't even come to me because they've already known that no, it's a no, we don't do such. So if you want to come to sector, you know that this is what we are for, this is the class, and this is what we do. And that is just what is the in thing now. So today you want to ruminate about what you've been doing. You want to do what is it called? You want to go back to your drawing table and say, how have I been doing it? What is my card rate like? How, when am I going to turn myself to that and give myself that value, place myself where I ought to be, where I want to be? And those that charge that, they don't have tardy finishings, they don't have finishings that are not okay, or what. So, and that's just it. So you put some things in place before you be able to charge your worth. And once you start charging your worth, those customers that can't pay your worth, they'll just go away.
They will need to find their
Go away.
levels,
And those that
because
can pay your worth, they are going to come. And that's it. So if you want to be bespoken, make sure you're bespoken, and don't give yourself the name Kutora if you're not a Kutora. So that's another thing. So we're going to be having our group mentorship section on ready to wear from the 2nd and 3rd of February 2024. So if you want to go into ready to wear, I'll plead with you to, I will advise you to attend that, because it's really going to really help you, because you're going to know what you want to do ahead. So maybe it's really ready to wear you want to do, or made to order, or made to measure, or you want to go into real RTW production, or you want to be bespoken by the line, and or you want to be a coutura. You just don't be a coutura by words of mouth. You have to meet some start setting international standard, and that is just it. So please feel free to reach out to us on our WhatsApp numbers that will be displayed for your registration. And I want to tell you, it's going to really be a great time, and high hope now on what you can do. You see, the Western world, they are really catching out on in fashion, and they see that Africans, the in thing is Africans, we can design. We have lots and lots of designs.
True.
I even see young designers coming up every day. You see the Western world, they'll just have their patterns. When you see, you'll be seeing repetitive patterns. The finishing and everything is okay. But here in Africa, we are so creative. We are so blessed, but we're not putting structure into place. Yes, we are not applying the right principles and making the principles that we're laying down real structures that can help us build world-class business standards. So I think this is what we have to do. So just don't think of producing one piece, 5 pieces. This no. What about these H&M, Zara? That the mass market brand going everywhere. You could be a better brand. You could be what there are different price point categories. So before you get to the designers level, and the haute couture is the last. So you have to do this, and if you really want to go into ready to wear, it's something you have to come on board for, and let's learn about all it takes to start and run a successful RTW brand. And for those of us that are bespoken, you are still doing cut and toast tailor, cut and sew tailor, please do it well. If you want to, he say, if you want to sew am well. If you want govern am well. If you want to sew, stop spoiling this the industry price. Stop shebe. Stop charging what is it called? You be charging 500 naira to remove a zipper. Whereas just an hourly rate elsewhere, not in Africa, it's $20. That's about almost 25,000 in Nigeria's
The
currency.
challenge is that a lot of you do not even know the cost
Yes.
of running your business. So
Yes.
maybe by the time you register for this mentorship session, you'll be able to go through proper training that will show you the actual cost, the monetary cost, the opportunity cost,
Yes.
the a whole lot of costs, indirect, direct costs that you are taking for granted. Some, the risk associated to your business cost, because that that design, that fabric that they gave you to make for them, and you just charge 7,000, and you've gone to your church to go and say Thanksgiving. The day you are working on it, and iron, destroys the fabric, and that's when you now get to know that fabric is 150,000 naira. The Ashobi of somebody's local government chairman's daughter. From 7,000, you will pay what will make you. And I pray you did not experience that. So that's why you need to be mentored into all this before you actually start. And this is 2024. Start at the right path, getting yourself trained, mentored, so that you can do fashion and photography as a business. Even myself, I'm organizing what's it called, a training in photography this year. So just keep in touch. I'm organizing some level of training in photography this year because I see what is happening in fashion. It's already happening in photography. You see some of these people, they are coming with their 2K
Yes.
2K camera, and they are just spoiling the industry prices and lights. And at the end of the day, they will open the studio, they will close down. Why? Because they are not factoring the cost of running the business, and is making people to look down on photographers. Of recent, a young man complained that what was it called? When people don't pay you well, they don't treasure
They
you,
don't
they
value
don't value
you. They
you.
don't
You know,
appreciate the
and
skill
and
sets
all
you
these
have.
people giving you for 5,000 naira clothes to sew for them, 7,000 naira clothes, and you are sharing testimony. Those people, wait, when they want to have their children's wedding, they will not come to you. They will go
Never.
to Madam Diola Sego, the responsible people that are thinking. But when it is time for them to stitch their underskirts, to adjust their this thing, that's the time they will remember Kudirat beside the mall, this thing, beside one motor park. Do not underrate yourself. You have this skill, and the day you travel out of your comfort zone, that's when you will know that the skill you are having
Hmm.
with you is a money making machine, unless you don't know how to sew, unless you don't know how to do your photography business. So I'm employing every one of us. This is 2024. Up, as in upgrade yourself. Begin to work on doing something differently. Don't just rush. And that's why this year I've decided to take my time. I'm not rushing into anything. Nobody put gun on my head. I want to test so many things before I start coming on air. I want to make sure there is changes in the way even the way I live stream. I want to make sure there are changes and lights. I want my look and feel to be different. I want a whole lot to come in, not just same, 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 same. It's so boring and tiring. So, oh, somebody is here. Temi Dayo. Hey, this
Why,
is
Madam
lovely.
Temi?
Madam Temi. So you must learn to, just change it, because they said there is a popular saying that says that when you continue to do the same thing the same way and you want result, that is what they call agbalagba, senior level of madness, that needs more than 10 pastors to pray for you before you can be healed. So if that is not what you want to practice, then please, whatever your profession, be proud of yourself. Like what I wanted to say before, last week it was really running around online that what was it called, a particular photographer, the customer invited, the customer gave him a job to come and cover the event. So the photographer, maybe due to one thing or the other, came a little bit late, only for the client to carry, I've forgotten what they said the client carried, and eat him on the head. You can imagine. And after everything, he said, I think I now heard that he was begging the guy with some couple of thousands of naira. I was like, wow, look at this rubbish. That shows the level, how he saw that guy. I'm sure if it was is it Amadi that have Kelechi Amadi that has billed you like 7 million or 25 million
Yes.
to cover your event. God, let's see how you will, even if he comes late, let's see how you will now treat him, because it doesn't really make sense. So people, when you do not value yourself, nobody will value you.
Yes.
Fashion designers, when you do not value yourself, nobody will value you. Housewife, when you do not value yourself, your husband will not value you. Everybody value yourself. That is why I encourage you to make sure that this year is a year of value. If your husband doesn't value you, one of these days, carry all the children, drop it for him, let him handle the children. So let him see the value that is placed on you that was not paid for. Let it be that you increase the number of pepper in his meal. Hmm? By the time he's complaining of this thing, you now tell him the calculative analysis that you did before you can conjure between pepper, quantity of pepper and tomato. Everybody, what I'm just trying to say is that we all have value. And
Yes.
until we value ourselves, nobody will. So this year, please, you might lose some customers. I pray for you and myself that this year we will lose some unreasonable customers. Customers that do not want to think that anything is expensive, that everything is expensive. Customers that will always want you to feel like, everything is expensive except your own.
Yes.
Those
Now,
are the customers you should lose in
you
your
have
life.
to lose them.
You have to lose them.
They don't
All
want you
those
to
customers that will say, is it not 5,000 I'll be paying? You will lose them this year. So that you and I will not get, even if it is one customer, torí ẹ pé one customer that the cerebral hemisphere is still calculating in the right way. That will reason that they increase my children's school fees.
They will also increase this designers or tailors.
Before you even get there, they increase my children's school fees. The landlord has increased his house rent. The NEPA bill now, they've announced in Nigeria that they are increasing the tariff.
Every day.
But somebody is there in his right sense. He's saying that your own fee should not increase. Abba. Even daddy wa. You know what that? You know Tinubu dance. Even he promised to increase the salary of government worker. So how can the salary? How can your own inflow now remain static? It is what you have been collecting 5 years ago. They say, some will even come and they now be pricing lower than.
Everything is expensive. Take this. It's because you've not placed the proper tag and value on yourself. So it's all about upgrading. Yes, putting principles and structures in place in your organization. So don't just spoil yourself a roadside tailor. Upgrade, come for seminars, come for trainings, know who you are, know your worth, and charge your worth, and give value for what you charge. And by the time you start doing this, you're going to see that it's really going to be great. And you see those people that are really charging their worth. They are the ones that will stay in business. All these people that are just charging, because anywhere in Africa, you just see them. They can make fine clothes. When you see the clothes, they will charge it's 10,000 naira. And it took them 2 days to make that clothes. Whereas an hourly rate of a real tailor, just a beginner level outside the country, is $20. So you use 2 days. Maybe in that 2 days, you use 10 hours times 20. That's how much. And you are taking 10,000.
When you are using, sure, don't let us continue this stuff because it can be so non-sweating.
So that's it. So if you want to be bespoken, know that you're bespoken, and there is real money in bespoken. So if you want to be bespoke and ready to wear, be ready. Know what you want to do. Don't just jump into ready to wear. Everywhere is ready to wear. Come for the training such that you will know that this is what I'm to do. This is what I'm not to do. And you'll be able to excel, and you know the best practice in the industry now, and that is just it. So today, Madam Temi,
you are looking hot. I love the way you are looking in this year. Wow, this is lovely. So for all of you in fashion that are interested in fashion photography, you can reach out to me. I'm going into such training. You can reach out to us on our WhatsApp line. This year is going to be hot. You can reach out to register for your fashion photography, and I'll take you step by step. It's going to be a one-on-one online fashion training session, and I tell you, you will be proud that you've added something to yourself this year. Oh, Madam Temina says thank you. Wow, I really appreciate it. So from all of us here, we're going to stop it right here because this is just the first live stream. We just want to test run something. We want to see something done differently, and I really say thank you everyone. So see you on when
the next time
around. Please remember the training period,
the 2nd and 3rd of February 2024. Catch you, see you in class. Love you. Bye. Catch you.